Swadhay Savayantanam, Swadhay Savayantanam, Swadhay Savayantanam, Swadhay Savayantanam, Swadhay Savayantanam, Swadhay Omkaramendru Sanyukta Nityam Jayanti Yogina, Kamadam Okshadam Che Omkaraya Namo Namo, Mangalam Bhagavanayo Mangalam Uttamam, Mangalam Kunkundari Ujendra Mursu Mangalam Namah Samaysar. Swanubhutyatapasti Swadhay Bhavaya Vivaho Nivasanidatā.
Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Arantanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Siddhanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Aryanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Vajjayanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Savanam. Eso Panchanamukaro Savva Pavapanasano Manglarancha Savya Singh Padamam Hoy Mangalam. Omkaram Bindu Sanyaktam Nityan Dhayanti Yoginam Kamadam Mokshadam Chaiva Omkaraya Namo 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 Samaysaraya Swanubhutya Chakasate Chitsabhavaya Bhavaya Sarva Bhavantara Chide Agnana Timurandanam Gnana Anjana Salakaya Chaksuran Militam Yam Jinana Samu Sarana Saujaivanto Varto Netirthachara Jagama Jaivanto Namo Etirthanayakani Namo Omkaranadane Omkara Sangarotene Namo Te Sri Kunda Kundane Aho Upakara Jinavarano Kundano Dvani Divyano Jina Kundani Apya Aho Te Guru Kanano Aho Te Bhagavati Matano Dhruva Achalane Anupamagati Pamela Sarve Sridhane Vandi Kaho Sutta Kevali Bhasita Asamaya Pravrata Are Eka Suddha Sada Arupi Gnana Darshanamay Kare Kayanyate Maru Jari Paramanu Matrimati Jamane Pate Majnana Natikarakanathi Vedakare Jane Jakaramo Nirajara Bandate Majamokshane Om Masidevya Om Masidevya Om Sudatmani Namaha. Jai Jinendra. We'll be starting. I hope everybody has a slides. Let me just put the right slide on it. Okay, so last week we started with Samaysar Stanza 6, and there were quite a few new words came in, and also a few new people were also there. So I thought that it will be good that we just have some background done for those few very heavy words that we use, and hopefully that will clarify and we'll be able to understand what this stanza wants to tell us. As we say that Samaysar Gatha 6, stanza 6 is the heart of Samaysar. The real Samaysar that Kunkun Swami wants us to know starts from this stanza, and it's a very kind of a very heavy stanza. So I think it will be okay to go slowly, because remember, if we understand this stanza properly, then it's much easier to go next stanza and thereafter and then again, you know. So we will be just going through some of those things that we discuss about it. So let's start here. So Sri Kunkun Acharya Dev in the 1st century and he went himself to Mahadakshetra. He was a monk who is in 6th and 7th Gunsthanak, and we'll know what 6th and 7th spiritual development state means. But he was at a very high spiritual level. And because of this high spiritual level monk, some of those monks, not everybody, some can also acquire extraordinary capacities. So he has extraordinary capacity of walking into the space. So with his capacity, he went to Mahavidya Kshetra, means area of Mahavidya. We are in the center part of the universe. It's called Jambu Island, island of Jambu. We are on the southern part, which is Bharat area. Northern part is Airavat area, and middle part is called Mahavidya area. And in the center of that Mahavidya area, there is a mountain. It's called Mount Meru. So this Mahavidya area is so important that there are always Tirthankar Bhagwan there. In our Bharat area and Airavat area, Tirthankar can be there only during the 4th Ara. We are passing through 5th Ara. So Mahavid Swami's Nirvana, and then a 5th Ara started. And so there is no Tirthankar in this time zone, the time frame that we are passing through. But in Mahavidya Kshetra, always there are Tirthankar Bhagwans there. And so nearest from us is Simanda Swami. His age is going to be 10 million Purva. 1 crore Purva. 10 million Purva. What is Purva means? Purva means 8.4 million times 8.4. 8.4 million times 8.4 million is 1 Purva, and this kind of 10 million Purva, that is his age. So it's a very, 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 very long age he has. So he's there, he's giving discourses, and so Kunkun Swami went. Remember, Kunkun Swami had this extraordinary capacity to walk into the space, but does not use it for personal gain of any sort. Only they will use it for having spirituality furthering. To further the spirituality, they can use that kind of thing, and that too very rarely. And so he used once, he went there, he stayed for 8 days, he listened to the Simanda Swami, and he's clarified lots of questions he had. Then came back to area of Bharat Kshetra, and then he started writing the Samaysar, Niyamsar, Pravatansar, Panchastika, Astapahud, and he wrote down lots of scripture. Excuse me. But these are the 5 scriptures available to us. He will write down on a palm leaf, dried palm leaf, and with the needle he will write down. And to the extent when he's writing with the needle, sometimes that needle went in the hand and he will get a bleeding also. He will write, leave it there, walk. He doesn't have any possessions or that, oh yeah, this is my scripture, I'm going to keep it with, no. He just leaves there. And some of the mumukshus, they acquired those things. And original of these things are still available in southern area, the state of Karnataka. And there is one area called Mulbadri. It is a suburb of Mangalore. If anybody is going to that side of the country, maybe they should visit and see some of those things, So they have preserved that. Anyway, so he went himself to Mahavidya Kshetra. Then he came back. He heard the discourses of Lord Simanda Swami, and then came back and created Samaysar and other scriptures. So we are fortunate. This is the one in which directly he listened to the omniscient Lord. Then he also listened the scriptures from the lineage of Mahavir Swami's Acharya's lineage. So those Acharyas in the lineage of Mahavir Swami, he listened to them. He listened to his guru. plus he had his own internal experience of the soul. He has internal experience of his true nature of the soul. So all those things combine, and then he writes. That's why it's a very authentic scripture. And again, as we go in detail, we'll see how microscopically he has put the principles in front of us. We are very fortunate we have all those things available in front of us today. So after that, after about 1,000 years of Kunkun Swami writing, Acharya Amritchandracharya came and he wrote down commentary, and he wrote down commentary in Sanskrit. And then Pandit Jayachandji Chabra, about 200 years, 250 years here, he also gave further explanation on it. And now Gurudev Sri Kanji Swami, he gave us total explanation of all these things for our understanding. Sri Kanji Swami gave the discourses 19 times in his 45 years of lecture series. And he read this one 19 times, and each stanza, he will give several lectures on it. And so we are absolutely fortunate we have those things available today online, and that's what we are reading, and that's what we are going to discuss more about it. Okay, so now let's go further. So there is a quasi-karma, material karma, things which are not karma particle, but helps in karma bonding. See, this word will come quasi-karma, means Sanskrit word, Gujarati word is no karma. No karma. What is no karma? It's called quasi-karma. Quasi-karma is not actual karma, but they help binding karma. What does that mean? We can give a short story, which we have given before. The two friends are going for stealing from somebody's house. One guy actually is doing stealing, and other guy is standing at the door to make sure that nobody comes in. Who is the actual thief? The guy who is stealing into the house. The other guy is merely helper. He is not stealing. He is simply helper. If police catches, they are going to catch the guy who is stealing. They will let this guy go. But he is a helper to do the stealing. Same way, quasi-karma are not actually karma, but they help actual karma bondage to the soul. So, what are those things? For example, my shirt. This is my good shirt. This is my best shirt I'm wearing. Arey bhai, you have a shirt. What a big deal. Why you are so egoistic to say that my shirt is best and everything? So shirt did not ask you that just become egoistic, but I became egoistic on behalf of my shirt. That this is a body. My body is fantastic. I'm 68 years old. I go for jogging regularly. Nobody can. Oh, what a big deal. So you can do jog. So what a big deal. There's nothing wrong with that, or nothing wrong in somebody who's not able to jog. But I become egoistic. I take pride that I'm maintaining my body. Body is separate. I'm separate. How can I control my body? But I take that pride. So because of my body, I become angry. I have deceit. I have ego. I have greed. All those things I do because of body. Body does not tell me that, hey, do this anger, deceit, ego, greed for me. But soul, by my own self, take my ownership on the body and say, I am the controller of the body. And that's way I bind the karma. So my body becomes karma. My body becomes quasi-karma. My house becomes quasi-karma. My family becomes quasi-karma. So those are the quasi-karma. Okay? So they are not karma, but because of I have a great family. I have so many important family members, and I have lots of connections. So why do you worry about it? Why you take so much pride about it? But I do those things. So they are called quasi-karma. Family, house, car, money, my body, my senses, those are all called quasi-karma. Now, then, so house, family, money, body, senses, etc., quasi-karma. Now, there is next one comes material karma. What is material karma? I have 8 types. The Jainism in the karma theory gives extreme detail about nature of karma particles. There are 8 types of karma: knowledge obscuring karma, perception obscuring karma, deluding karma, obstructing karma, name determining karma, age determining karma, physics determining karma. All kind of things are the 8 types of karmas are there, and those karma get attached to me. Remember, they are the non-living material particles, but they are stuck to me. Then third name is psychic karma. Psychic karma is me having rag and dvesh, me having anger, deceit, ego, greed within me. I have inclination of attachment. I have inclination of aversion. And those are the things happening within me. That is happening within. That's why they are called psychic karma. It's called bhav karma. So this is called bhav karma. This is called dravya karma. This is called no karma. These are Gujarati words. No karma, dravya karma, bhav karma. Why we are talking about this one? Because Samaysar shows the nature of the eternal pure state of the soul substance. Samay means the soul. Sar means the one which is without quasi-karma, material karma, or psychic karma. Now it makes sense to me. Who is my soul? Soul which is free from quasi-karma means soul has no relationship with the house, body, senses. Soul has no relationship. Soul has no relationship, direct relationship, intense relationship with a material karma. Soul does not have relationship with even my own anger, deceit, ego, greed, inclination of attachment, inclination of aversion, rag, dvesh, krodh, man, maya, lobh. They are not part of me. Why? Of course, they are occurring within me. But why I say they are not mine? Because they're transient in nature. Because they are produced as I have the attachment to this external object. If I don't have attachment to the external object, I don't have anger, deceit, ego, and greed. So they are produced because of the alien objects, and they're transient in nature. So even though they are occurring within me, but they are not mine. So this is what Samaysar will say, that yes, I became angry. Yes, I have the greed. Yes, I have ego, but they're transient in nature and they can be removed. So Samay means soul, Sar means the soul without any attachment to quasi-karma, material karma, psychic. That means I have a body, but I'm not taking pride because of body. Mahavir Swami Bhagwan at age 42 obtained omniscience knowledge, and he remained for next 30 years, and he gave discourses. But he also had a body at the time, but he did not have any attachment to the body. Merely body is existing with the soul. Association is there, but there is no attachment. I have association with the body is there, but I have a possession of this body is there. That's my problem. So Kunkun Swami says, I'm going to show you the nature of the soul, which is devoid of all this quasi-karma, material karma, psychic karma. That kind of pure substance I'm going to show you. And that's why there are 415 stanza. So he's going to describe to us, he's going to tell us, and Gurudev Kanji Swami has given extreme amount of explanation to all these things for our understanding. So now, the first, we just talked to this one, so we'll just go quickly. First stanza is Mangalacharan, and Pratigna means he's taking vow that I'm going to...
Your uncle?
Yeah, go ahead.
Unless there's an objection, can we continue to the 6th stanza?
Yeah, because there's so many new words were there, so I'm just going to bypass this one because we already talked this one. First stanza, what we talked, second, what we talked, third, what we talked. So those are the things we talked last time. So we are just avoiding them. But now, Upodgat, what he says, learned student has been now ready to learn about Samaysar. So he studied 1 to 5 stanza in detail. Now he asks, what's the true nature of the soul, which is separate from alien being and unity with the self? And this 6th stanza is an answer to that question. So now we are coming to that one. So now, coming to that one, when we are asking that separateness from alien belonging, this is very important word. Separateness from alien belonging. What is that separateness mean? Now, to understand that, we need to understand about karma bondage. Association with karma bondage will tell us exactly what those association with the alien being means. There are 5 reasons for karma bondage. One is mithyatva, means wrong belief. Next one is avirati, means vowlessness. Third is pramad, means carelessness. Fourth is kasha, means toxic emotions. And 5th is a yog, means vibratory activity of the space point of the soul. These are 5 reasons that one acquires karma. Now, mithyatva means I have a wrong belief, means body is mine, body is mine, body is mine. That kind of feeling that I have, that's called wrong belief. Avirati means I have not taken all the vows they have been prescribed. Pramad means I'm careless in the sense I'm careless not to stay within my internal true nature. Kashai means emotions, toxic emotions, anger, deceit, ego, pride. And yog, this is very important word. Yog is vibratory activity of the space point of the soul. We'll come to that one later on. Now, when number one is there, then rest of the things are associated with that. Number 1 is there, all 5 are present. Number 2 is there, only 4 are present. 3 means only 3 are present. 4 means these 2 guys are present. And 5th means only 1 guy is present. So when we say karma bondage process, we have to have this progression: mithyatva, avirati, pramad, kasha, yog. Wrong belief, vowlessness, carelessness, toxic emotions, and vibratory activity of the space point of the soul. So this is the way that we have to understand. That means right now I have mithyatva. I have a wrong belief. Means I have all the rest of the reasons are also present for me to bind my karma bondage with me. When Tirthankar Bhagwan, when the Kevali Bhagwan, when he is 13th Gunstana, when he has only body remaining and all the rest of the thing, all this rest of the reasons are gone, then he is having karma bondage with a vibratory activity of this space point of the soul. And that is only, it's so minuscule, one samay there is karma bondage, next samay he has a fruition, third samay they are gone. It is that kind of quick succession that those karma will be going, but it still be there. Now, again, when we say 4, 5 things, but these 4 things are called moh, means infatuation. 4 things together, they are called moh, and last one, this next guy is called yog. So with the moh and yog, they are the reason for my karma bondage, means infatuation within me and vibratory activity, the space point of the soul within me, they are the reason for my karma bondage. Now, so these 4 guys are called moh, means infatuation. Now we are going to go. So moh and yog are, with the moh and yog, the gunsthanaks are created. Means the spiritual development stages. There are 14 stages. And they are in existence because of these 2 guys, moh and yog, means infatuation and vibratory activity of the space point of the soul. So this gunsthanak, the spiritual development stages, they are the modes, they are modification, they're transformation. Because they're transformation, so they are transient in nature. Because they remain in the mode, means transient in nature. Up to 12 gunsthanak, means up to 12 spiritual development stage, moh is playing part. Moh means infatuation is playing part. And on the 13th and 14th spiritual development stage, yoga plays the part. So this this infatuation and spiritual development stages, they both are the reason for 14 stages of spiritual ladder that is occurring within us. Now, when we say infatuation, what exactly it means, we have to try to understand. Because remember, if we don't have basis cleared, then the word is simply a word and I'm going to forget about it, or I get confused about it and I get different meaning about it. But what is the spiritual meaning of this word? Infatuation is what is that thing? So we are talking about deluding karma. Deluding karma is called mohniya karma. What does the mohniya karma do to me? Well, if mohniya karma are divided into 28 parts. Here are the slides, you can study later on, but we'll just say 28 parts are there, and then we'll just go how those spiritual development stages occur. So there is a right, let me just put these people on the side. Hold it. Yes, okay. There is okay. The right faith deluding karma, and there are three types: wrong belief, right wrong belief, clouded right belief. Don't worry about the names right now. We are not going to go in details about names. When the time comes or when the question comes or whatever, we'll try to do it later on, but not right now, because our subject is different. So deluding karma, right faith deluding karma is three parts. Then there is a right conduct deluding karma. The right conduct deluding karma has passions, means toxic emotions, and there are four types: infinite bonding producing, partial law preventing passions, complete law preventing passions, perfect conduct preventing passions. And so these are the passions or toxic emotions. And then there are quasi passions, and there are laughter, etc. There are 9 parts: laughter, indulgence, dissatisfaction, sorrow, fear, disgust, and sex inclination has 3 parts: male, female, and common. So why do I have to do all this thing? Why do I have to learn all these things? They are foreign names. They are just confusing me and everything. Well, remember, we have to understand spiritual development stage. We have to understand infatuation, and we have to understand that vibratory activity of the space point of the soul. So just to understand them, we have this 28 parts of these things are there. This infinite bonded producing, each one is a star, and the star means anger, ego, deceit, greed. So there are 4 parts: anger, ego, deceit, greed in the infinite bondage producing. Partial vow preventing has 4 things: anger, ego, deceit, greed. Complete vow has the same thing. And perfect conduct preventing also has anger, deceit, ego, greed. So 4 times 4 is 16, plus 3 is 19, plus this 9 becomes 28. So this deluding karma has 28 divisions or subdivisions are there. Deluding karma is mohniya karma. Mohniya karma is a material karma, and because of this material karma acting as an instrumental cause, that I get those kind of infatuation state. So just to explain my infatuation state, we have to take the support of this deluding karma to understand that part. Having made this basic diagram in our mind. Now we just say what is spiritual development stage in relation to deluding karma. So when there is first spiritual development state, which is wrong faith state, in which all 28 guys are present, and they are reason for me to bind karma, and that gives me transmigration. And so life after death, after life, after death, after death, after life, it continues forever and ever and ever in this transmigration. So any transmigratory soul, then these guys are responsible, and this guy, deluding karma, is a mohaniya karma. They are material karma, and against that, my infatuation within me. That's a reason for my first spiritual development state, which is a wrong faith state. Then comes, then comes same figure, same guys. Now these guys are gone. These guys will make them go disappear. How? Because with my own personal effort, when I take them out, actually when I direct my attention to my true nature of the eternal true nature of the soul, then from the nimit apeksha, from instrumental cause perspective, this guy starts going away. These 4 things from here and 3 things from here. The 7 they go away. When they go away, then the soul enters on 4th spiritual development state, which is called right faith. Which is called right faith means it's called samyak darshan. So samyak darshan occurred means I have purified my soul substance. But to explain what purification, what changes occurred to me, we had to take support of this karma to just explain. So in the deluding karma, mohaniya karma, the 7 guys are gone, and that's why I end up going to 4th spiritual development.
Your uncle?
Yes.
In passions, are you counting only Kashai, or also are you also counting Avirati, Kashai, Yog, and Pramad?
No, these are only the guys gone right now. These are the guys gone. Basically, they are.
The question is in passions. In passions, are you only referring to Kashai, or are you referring to everything else too?
Basically, right now, for our discussion purpose, when we say that these guys are gone, means they are 100% gone. Means rest of the things are also somewhat affected. The yoga is affected. Partial vow preventing passions are affected. Complete vow preventing passions are affected. Means they become weaker, weaker, weaker. But mainly these guys are 100% gone. These guys are getting weaker right now.
I guess my question is there like Sanjwalan Pramad or Apratyakhani Avirati? That's what I want to know.
Means right now, you mean? When these guys are gone?
Yes.
Yeah, they are present. These guys are, see, deluding karma, all these things are present. But now these guys are the building, they are the basis for the whole thing. Once they are gone, the whole tree becomes kind of very weak. You have taken.
Kirit bhai,
yes.
એક સવાલ તમને એમ પૂછે છે, એ કન્ફ્યુઝ થાય છે જે બંધના 5 કારણ કીધા ને, અવિરતિ, પ્રમાદ, કશાય, અને તો એ એવું પૂછે છે કે આ તમે અત્યારે કશાય બોલો છો, તો એ અને પેલા બીજા 4 એ બધા સાથે આવે કે ખાલી આ કશાયની જ વાત છે, એમ એ પૂછે છે.
There are 4 types of kashai, right? 4 types of toxic emotions are there, right? Out of which the infinite bonded producing anger, ego, deceit, greed are the strongest one, and they are gone. Now what happens once they are gone? See, 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are the main part of toxic emotions, kashai, right? But these are the guys, these infinite bonded producing Anantanubandhi, Krodh, Man, Maya, Lobh, Anantanubandhi, Kashai is the strongest one. these guys, when they are gone, means 99% of toxic emotions effects are gone practically. So these are so minuscule remaining right now. They are there. So right now, what is this one? This is right faith, means samyak darshan. Let's presume that I have samyak darshan right now, and these guys are gone from me. I still have anger, deceit, ego, greed from partial vow, complete vow, perfect conduct preventing. All those three types of kashai are still within me. So when we say Gnani Purush, when we say an enlightened person, and we saw that enlightened person getting angry. What is this anger? Not from infinite bonded producing, but that anger is from partial vow, complete vow, or perfect conduct preventing passions, So once these guys are gone, as I said, almost 99% of our intensity of passions are gone. Does it make sense? If
How
not,
do you count 7?
huh? 7, because these are infinite bonded producing our anger, ego, deceit, greed are 4.
Right.
Krodh, maya, lobh. And then mithyatva monia, mishra monia, samyakva monia. So these are 3 and these are 4 over here. So 3 and 4, 7. Right? And they are also called darshan saptak. Means they are the one that right faith deluding karma, and they are gone with that, right? This makes sense so far? If not, let's make sure, because this has to be cleared in our mind,
હેલો કિરીટભાઈ.
Yeah, go ahead.
ઓકે, પાછો સવાલ છે, અંકિતનો સવાલ છે કે અવિરતિ મૌન્ય કર્મને લીધે છે, પ્રમાદ મૌન્ય કર્મને લીધે છે.
Yes.
એ સવાલ પૂછે છે તમને.
Look. Okay, let me just go back to the previous slide. See, that's why I knew that. See, this guy, mithyatva, mithyatva. My arrow. Where is my arrow? Mithyatva, avirati, pramad, kasha. They all are called part of monia. They are called infatuation. This moh is my internal state of the soul. But when how to measure my internal state of the soul? See, for example, I just say I have a liter of water. How do you say it's a 1 liter of water? Because a liter is a measure, and now water's amount is measured through that liter. And same thing here, my internal state is infatuation. How will it be measured? Then there is a mithyatva, means wrong belief present, avirati is present, pramad is present, kasha is present. These 4 guys combined together, they are called moh or infatuation.
કિરીટભાઈ, એ કન્ફ્યુઝ થાય છે, તમે અહીંયા મોહ બોલો છો. Is it because of મોહનીય કર્મ અને મોહ એ બંને જુદું છે કે એક જ છે, એ સમજાવો.
Monia karma we are discussing right now, but ultimately when we are coming to Samaysar, we'll be using all those guys, 4 guys together as a moh, and other guys are yog. And so when we just say my spiritual development state occurred because of what? Because of these 5 guys. Because of 5 guys are responsible for that. But those 5 guys, even if you want to make them to make only 2, that yoga is separate and rest of the thing can be combined together, and we can call them as a moh also. Does it because remember here, let's go to the next slide now. Here, this is the present slide that we have it. Okay, so here, this is the monia karma. Monia karma includes all those people, all this 28 part.
So, Kirit,
yeah.
So, in the second column on the bottom, what you call right conduct deluding karma, is that what we call charitra moh?
This is the darshan moh, This is Charitramo.
Wait, now here's my question. This is the only question I had from the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Within Charitramo,
Yeah.
is that where we find Avirati and Pramad?
Yes, the Charitramo has Avirati, Pramad, and the Sanjvalam. All those things will come in Charitramo. Yes.
Okay, so Avirati and Pramad fall within the Charitramo, and Avirati and Pramad is not passions. That's Kasai, correct?
But remember, the Kashai are part of the Charitramo.
Samjigyo. So Kasai is passions, right?
Yes, Kashai is passion.
So can you point to the box on that slide where I can find Avirati and Pramad?
This is, okay, you have to go back again. Okay, let's go back. Okay. So this is Mithyatva will be Darshan Monia. And these guys are part of the Charitra Monia. Okay. Avirati, Pramad, and Kashai are part of the Charitra Monia. This is Darshan Monia. And combined together is a Monia Karma. Does this make sense? Or ask questions if it's not.
I've understood everything that you showed. And maybe this is just lost on me. Maybe I'm the only one with this question, so I apologize. If you go forward 2 slides,
Okay.
I just want you to point out on the slide, 2 slides from now, on that slide with the big table with the 28 different classifications, can you point out to me with your pointer where Pramad and Avirati is?
Okay. All right. Pramad and Avirati. This is Pramad. This is Avirati. This is Avirati. This is Pramad, and this is Sanjvalan.
Thank you.
Okay. I think I should. I'll improve the slide and I'll write down those Gujarati names also.
Because I thought that one was Pratyakhani and Apratyakhani. I didn't know.
But they are also called Pratyakhani, Apratyakhani. It's called Avirati and Pramad also. They are called, yes.
Also, they're synonymous.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Thank you very much.
Okay. Any other questions? Because this is very, as I said, because there are so many different names are coming, and if I don't understand those names, then I'll get totally lost into this Samaysar and I'll lose the interest. No, we are not here to lose the interest. We are here to clarify our doubts, to make sure that we understand when all these words are coming, that what they mean by that, okay? All right. Okay, so once this Darshan Monia means right path deluding karmas are gone, that means those 3 guys and the infinite bondage producing are 4 part anger, deceit, ego, greed. So 4 plus 3 are gone. 7 parts are gone, and that is called Samyak Darshan. Means this Samyak Darshan, this soul, when it is Samyak Darshan with this absence of this karma, they still have anger, deceit, ego, greed, or partial vow, complete vow, perfect conduct preventing. All those things are there, but they are so minuscule, so minimum. Let's presume that I have $1 million right now, and Ankit has only $1 in his pocket. $5, let's put it $5. He has a $5 and I have $1 million. So compared to my $1 million, Ankit is being called poor guy. Because we are comparing 2 guys, right? $1 million versus $5. He's a poor guy. But remember, if Ankit wants to eat a sandwich, he'll be able to eat his sandwich from his $5, not from my $1 million. So compared to me, he is very poor. So compared to this previous picture here, that compared to I'm in the wrong fate state with every part of karma I'm acquiring within me, and I'm possessor of all these karmas. And then Ankit has removed these guys. So he has some, but it is like $5 in his pocket. it is practically so minimum karma remaining with him that we can just say he doesn't have any karma. Even though he has a minimum types of karma present, we can just say he has no karma at all. Poor guy, poor guy, he's poor with the karma. He's only $5, he has it. What does it mean? So that's what it says, that Gnani Purush does not bind karma. There is a sentence coming in the scripture. Gnani Purush does not acquire karma. Yes, he does acquire karma, but these are feeble karma. These are so feeble that as good as not having it. This guy will create a huge amount of karma in the first Gunsthanak, but in fourth Gunsthanak, these are feeble guys present, so your karma load is practically next to none. So that's what it means when we read this literature. It says enlightened soul does not bind karma. Yes, he does bind, but it's that bondage is so minimum, it's practically next to none. Okay, so that point has to be clear in our mind. So this is a fourth Gunsthanak, we have it. So now we are going to progress to the next one. Now, the fourth Gunsthanak was the guy, the person who has enlightenment. Person, remember, this one we are talking from karma perspective, but we don't have to forget who am I. I'm describing nature of my soul. I'm describing what is a condition of my soul. These are just the indicator guys telling us how much purity I have in. So in this slide, I have a purity of absence of this karma. That means my purity just started. I experienced my soul transiently, and I came out. Because my personal efforts were so much that I just experienced and then I came out. So that transient experience occurred over here. But now, when I had a transient experience, then I said, oh my God, my soul is that great. Maybe I should just go back again and again and again. So my personal effort gets intensified. I try to go deeper and deeper to my soul. And when I do that, now the next stage occurs, next stage of purification occurs, that this partial vow preventing passions are also gone. This this partial vow is a apratyakani kasha. They are also gone now, and that is called fifth Gunsthanak. It's called Desvirat Samyak Dasha, or fifth spiritual development stage. It's the right faith with partial vow conduct. So this is called Shravak. When we just say I'm Shravak, that means, am I on fifth Gunsthanak? Am I on fifth Gunsthanak? I have to answer to myself. I just consider myself as Shravak. No, I'm not Shravak. I'm Mumukshu. Mumukshu means I had the desire to obtain moksha. So I'm in first Gunsthanak. But when I'm coming to this fifth Gunsthanak, that means I am the Shravak right now. Means I'm the householder with partial vow conduct, and I had that much increased purity within me. And this is the second stage coming. This is a fifth Gunsthanak, fifth spiritual development stage. Then, yes. Hello? Any questions? No. Okay. Now, I'm further progressing. What is happening? Same guy. Now, I removed my complete vow preventing anger, ego, deceit, greed also. And that means I'm a sixth and seventh Gunsthanak, means Sarva Virat Samyak Darshan, means complete vow conduct, right faith, means sixth spiritual development state is called Pramat, seventh spiritual development state is called Apramat, and this is the state of the monk. This is the monk who has conquered a lot more. He conquered he has conquered the impurity, and now he has purified that much amount of soul. All these impurities up to here are basically gone for this monk. Remember, if you just look at this, oh my God, so many things are remaining, but these are practically nothing. I mean, you push them, they go away. For example, Srimad Rajchandra ji has said in what stanza, 16th stanza of Apurvausar. वेदनिया दिए चार कर्म वर्ते जहां बड़ी सिंदरी वत आकृति मात्र जो, means what it says, that they have only this perfect conduct preventing anger, ego, deceit, greed, passions are remaining. They are so feeble that if you take a sindri, means a rope, if you take a rope and if you burn the rope is burned, and now there is ashes remaining with the shape of a rope. There is a rope over here, and you burn the rope, and only the ashes with the shape of a rope remains, and you blow the air, and those ashes disappear. This perfect conduct preventing passions and quasi passions are so feeble now. This is a monk. This is 6th and 7th Gunsthanak monk. This is the monk who is in 6th and 7th spiritual development state. Kunkun Swami is on that state when we are talking about Kunkun Swami. So he is, if he removes this perfect conduct preventing passions of anger, ego, deceit, greed, then these quasi passions, they disappear also, and he becomes Vitragi Dev. He becomes omniscient Lord. So it is that nearer from this monk who is in 6th and 7th spiritual development state. Remember, when we say monk, means the monk who has externally removed all his clothes and all external possessions, but internally also he has removed all this wrong belief, right belief, clouded right belief, infinite bonding producing, anger, deceit, ego, greed, partial bonding, complete. All these things are removed internally also. So internal purity is that much, and externally when you see, he is the same purity. Kripaludev says, and Gurudev Kanji Swami keeps on repeating that thing again and again and again in his lecture, that Kripaludev says, stanza number in Apurvausar 33639, 9 stanza. 9, what it says? Nagna bhava munda bhava saha asnanata adanta dovana adi parama prasidha che kesaro manakha ke ange srungaranai dravya bhava sanyamamaya niragrantha siddha jo apurva avasara evo kyare avase. So Kripaludev says, what is the state of this monkhood? Externally, he is naked. He has no hair on the head. He is not doing any toothbrushing, anything. He is not taking any shower, everything. These are the characteristics of a monk. The real monk, that's an external thing. And internally, he has that much purity of like this also. And that is called the real monk. And this monk is so close to obtain Keval Gnan, because he has only this many passions are remaining to take it out. So those are the monks that has been described. So when we say Kunkun Swami, Acharya Kunkun Swami, means he has that much intense purity within in his soul. Teeny tiny slightest amount of impurity remains, and that's why he is a monk. And if he removes this part, then he becomes omniscient Lord. So this is the 6th and 7th spiritual development state. I threw extra word over here. 6th spiritual development state is called Pramat, means non-attentive phase. seventh spiritual development stage is called apramat, means attentive phase. What are those attentive and non-attentive phase? We will come to this word. Hold on to your thoughts. We'll have next within next 2-3 slides to come. So we are progressing further. Now the Kunkun Swami has worked very hard, for example, and he also removed all his perfect conduct preventing passions also. And these quasi passions, they are kind of very weak guys. They will also disappear with that. And all those things, all this karma, when they go away, that means this is the end of 10th spiritual development stage. It's called Suksma Sampray. It's a right faith with a subtle greed. That is, everything is gone over here. This 10th spiritual development stage. At the end of it, even the subtle greed is also gone, and that's why now this is the 10th spiritual development stage. And we further progress. What happens now when everything is gone? That means the soul is on a 12th spiritual development state, which is called Vitragdasha, which is called complete passionless state. Means all deluding karmas are gone, all the likes and dislikes are gone, all the inclination of attachment and aversion are gone, and now he's called Vitrag, 12th spiritual development state. And this is what we would like to go for. So over here, deluding karma, monia karma are responsible for up to 12th spiritual development state. Thereafter, monia karma is no part of it. Then, yes, any questions? No, okay. So now we are coming next. 13th and 14th Gunsthanak, we have to see what happens in 13th and 14th Gunsthanak. Now there is a soul here, and the soul has his soul has a space point, that they are the space point which are vibrating in the soul. Every microscopic space point that soul has, completely from here all the way here, everywhere, their vibration is going on with the space point. And that's why they are called vibratory activity of the soul space point. And this is the state when 12th Gunsthanak is there, and now only vibratory activity is present. That means the soul is on 13th spiritual development state, which is an omniscient Lord with physical body. Sayogi Kevali. Sayogi Kevali is a word. So Sayogi Kevali, or omniscient Lord with physical body. So we just consider Mahavir Swami Bhagwan at age 42, when he obtains omniscience, he still has a body. He has still these vibratory activity, the space point of the soul going on, and as a result of this vibratory activity of the space point of the soul, it's called yog. This is vibratory activity, the space point of the soul is called yog, and yog is an altered manifestation of a yog attribute of the soul. Soul has an attribute called ayog, and ayog means stationary space point. But this is the altered activity. So these kind of space points are going on, and the vibration is going on. And as an instrumental cause on this vibration going on, there is an activity of the mind, speech, and action seen in the non-living physical body. So, non-living physical body here, there is a vibratory activity of the space point of the soul occurring, and as a result, there is physical body and speech and action seen. So Kevali Bhagwan has a body and he gives discourses. So this is what 13th Gunsthanak. When we come to 14th, what happens? The space point now becomes stationary. So space points are stationary, no vibratory activity present. Means it's called Ayogi Kevali. means now yog's activities are gone and omniscient Lord with no physical body, now he becomes free soul and he goes at the top of the universe and he becomes Siddha Bhagwan. So ayog is an innate attribute of the soul. The physical body, speech and mind cease to exist. This 14th Gunsthanak is a very, very transient, and then soul is free and goes on the top of the universe and lives as a forever in the happiness in the Adobe of Siddha. So this is called ayog. Ayog. So what we learned so far, that what is coming now? Okay, no, it's a different part coming. So what we have learned, how 14 Gunsthana came in existence. We have not scratched this Samaysar part yet. We are just building block right now, that because when we say Moh and Yog are responsible for spiritual development stage, Moh gives up to 12th Gunsthana, 13 and 14 occurs because of vibratory activity of the space point of the soul, and that's why we have 14 Gunsthanak. Now, in the 14 Gunsthanak, we'll just, time is already up, but I'll just take a few minutes to just introduce to the introduction of the next slide, because at least you'll be having some question coming. When you read the slide, you'll have those questions will be answered. You will know what it means. Now, soul's activity to be the innate state, Swabhav, to be in deluded state, Vibhava. When this soul is in its own innate nature, that's engrossed, this is called attentive phase. This is called attentive phase, means apramat dasha, because we are going to have the most important word apramat coming in the 6th stanza. So to be in an innate state of the soul gets engrossed in the innate state is called apramat dasha. And when soul is a deluded state, that means he's in non-attentive state, means pramat dasa. Attentive means he's attentive to stay in his own nature. He's non-attentive because that is his true nature, and instead he goes into the deluded state. So that's called non-attentive. This non-attentive state has auspicious activity or inauspicious activity. So remember, if I went to the temple today and I did Abhishek, I did Puja, I did Swadhay, I gave donation, all those things are auspicious activity. They are non-attentive, they're deluded state, because at that time I was not in my innate state. Inauspicious activity, I'm not talking. Inauspicious activity, we know it's bad. But even auspicious activity, I had to do it. At this stage, I had to do it. But I have to keep in mind that it is part of the deluded state. Ultimately, I have to go to this state. So how can I go? That's what we'll be talking. And that's what this 6th stanza tells us. So at least we are introducing the word apramat and pramat, and then we'll go detail with what they are. Remember, as I said, this is extremely important stanza. We'll go very, very carefully, because if I have my doubts cleared in this stanza, it is very easy for me to progress further. Okay? Any questions so far? Yes.
In 12th Gunsthan, there is still some part of Mohaniya karma is still there, correct?
Which Gunsthanak you say?
12. Varna.
At the 12th?
Varna Gunsthan, still there is some part of Mohaniya karma is there. What is that?
No, it is called Kshin Moh, means it's gone. It's gone. Kshin means zero.
Kshin Moh means if it's gone, then you go to 13. So while you are in 12th Gunsthan,
yeah,
there is
because from a
Moha Sheno, Mokshano Moha, Seno Moha.
There is no more at 12th Gunsthanak.
No, there is no more.
No, there is Moha. There is Moha. If there is no Moha, you will be 13.
No. Yeah, but you know, Rekha, your question is very well. There is an important question because a 12th Gunsthanak remains for Antarmura. Antarmura means minimum one avli. One avli means practically extremely microscopic time to maximum 48 minutes minus one samay. That's called one antarmura. Now, where Gunsthanak, when let's say you and me and we all reach that one, that means you remain so momentarily there and right away you go to 13 Gunsthanak. So that it's been said that you have absence of more completely at 12 and it remains so minuscule time, antarmurat, it's called intra-Indian hour, and right away you go to 13 Gunsthanak, you know.
Oh, okay.
Now, you know, just to go a little bit detail, that 12th Gunsthanak is it's just there because there's also 11th Gunsthanak. And when you're taking the suppression ladder and come to 11th Gunsthanak, means you suppress all your karma and you come to that state. And so now they come in fruition, and now from 11th you start falling down. So 12th and 11th, soul's internal conditions are same, all pure. But from 12th you go to 13, from 11th you start falling down. You go to you go to 6th Gunsthanak, 5th Gunsthanak, 4th, or you can also go back to 1. But so those are the things that are Upshantmo and Kshinmo, you know. Okay. Any more questions so far? I know today is going to be lots of questions. Yeah, but
ગુણસ્થાના કે જે તમે કહ્યું શરીરમાં કઈ હોય ને એ વજ્રનું થઈ જાય વજ્રનું બની જાય. That's what I heard once before.
Vajra
એટલે they don't inhale, they no food, nothing goes in. Vajra.
I think that's a different word. Vajra is not used at 13 Gunsthanak, you know. But if your meaning is it's a pure body, yeah, at the 13 Gunsthanak, they are pure body, and all the particles that makes the physical body are the best particle. They are present in the universe. They are present in the soul. Remember, at 13 Gunsthanak, Sayogi Kevli, means Kevli Bhagwan, means let's take Maheshwari Bhagwan, 42 years to 72 years of life. That when he has a physical body present, means he's called Sayogi Kevli. So he's the material particles comprising the body are the best particle from the universe, and that's why Aryan Bhagwan does not have hunger, does not have thirst, does not have perspiration, does not have shadow. All kind of characteristics, there are 46 attributes of Bhagwans are there, and those attributes are created because these are the pure particles of the body present in the Bhagwan's body, you know, in the omniscience body. So that's why. Remember, I'm hungry right now. I'm hungry. That means I have a rag and dvesh. I'm hungry means I have dvesh. Or I'm satisfied, I have rag. The 12th Gunsthanak, rag, dvesh are already gone. So this is beyond that state. So Bhagwan, even though the body is there, there is no hunger, no thirst, no perspiration, no excretion, no shadow of the body. He walks above the ground. Go through the 46 attributes. Maybe I'll send it out slides for Aryan's 46 attributes. To study those things. It's very, very, very important, very interesting to learn all those things, you know.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. If not, then we can start closing basically. Thank you very much. And you know that I know quite a few questions may arise, and you know you have my email. Feel free to throw the questions, or you can call me anytime also, so we can discuss those things. But whole idea is we are talking very serious scripture, and I would like to make sure that our doubts and basis becomes clear. And so even if our speed becomes slow, it's not important. Speed is not important. Important thing is how much I understand, you know. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks.